Well, here I'm back to having a look at the refurbishment of an old engaged railway that I built for the children several years ago. And I've replaced a section of track which is a flyover from over there. And I've got a little train running around it now just to make sure that one's cleaned. At least it runs. Now this is a classic folded over figure of 8 layout. I know you can't see very much from this distance because it's very high and it's noisy, so you might not be able to hear me talking. But it does give you a reasonable length of continuous run, which for children who want to see trains running around, that's quite an attractive thing. It could just be a continuous run of track with no points at all, but you see that I've got a couple of points in there. So there's a station area. Here the train comes over the flyover. The problem if you do something as I've done here, which is to try and have a tunnel and cover the track, is it needs some way of gaining access. And that means having a lift out section. And what I've had to do to get the track to stay in line is just screw this down at the 2 points where the track crosses it. You can see that the track is soldered to brass pins. Getting alignment of lift out sections even now is not very good. So it's obviously best to avoid them if at all possible. You see the caboose there without its roof. The clearance was done to N-gauge, British N-gauge standards. I'm going to watch it go over this gap. It's not doing too badly at that gap. A little bit rough there. And there we caught it derailing, and that's because the track hasn't been ballasted and stuck down in every place yet. I like the track to follow as natural a route as possible, and in order to get it to follow a natural route, with flexible track, try and allow it to move around. So that bit hasn't been pinned down, and that's why it's derailed over there. 2 types of bridges. This flyover here is created using the baseboard material, so it's the Sundiala board which is used to create the track bed over that elevated section. The Sundiala has been cut and lifted there to that point. But that bridge, I've just got a piece of plasticard at the moment. It's 2mm thick plasticard. It's quite thick stuff. So that can be trimmed and made up into a bridge. I think I might show you some of the old bits before, whether I restore them or redo them. That was a little card girder bridge that was made. That was and some arches made by cutting out some strips of cardboard. So you see that's just strips cut along there, and another one there. So I've got a little problem where this doesn't line up. 2mm out. Not sure how that has arisen. So a folded figure of 8. Minimum space 2 foot by 4 foot, and still leaves you room to have a passing loop down here, or run around if that's going to be a station. Sidings in the middle if you wanted some sidings in the middle, and a little bit of sidings which take a couple of trucks at the end just down there. Not sure exactly where we're going to go with this, but I'll have a little play and consider doing some scenic work, or at least get the track properly pinned down and see if I can get it running any better.